So we're going to remember how to do this. And now, some of you, I think, have seen point slope form. I know you did because I know I taught it. But I know in the other quads class, I don't know if they taught it. They did. Okay, so then this is the way I prefer to do it. Now, I'm going to draw a little picture here of a graph. And I'm going to just kind of estimate what the equation of that line might be. Y equals 3x plus 2. Okay, so let's remember what M and B are. Now, M is a number. So this is the number. M is the slope. Do you remember that? Well, it's part of geometry. And it will be, you will see it all the way through calculus. This is not ever going to go away. So M is the slope. M comes from, yeah, but you have to really know it to 99% accuracy. Okay, M is equal to monter, which means to climb in French. And that's why this is the slope, like going up the hill. No, but I believe that's where it came from. Now I have my, guys, I have my own little trick for B. This is B. That's the y-intercept.
Wherever it's on the line.
It's the point on the y-axis. Now, when you're graphing and you have your equation in this form, it's where you begin. Notice the little trick. It's where you're going to begin graphing on the y-axis. So I say B stands for begin. Most of the time you're not given the y-intercept. Most of the time you're given this point slope form. And this is one of the points on the line, which is x1, y1, and the slope is M. You might have to find the slope. That's why this is kind of a hard lesson. They don't start off with easy things. Probably not. You need to know them. Question? Oh. Well, later. Okay, let's see where this formula comes from. Okay, if we have slope formula, M equals y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2, right? If you have 2 points, you know the y-coordinates and the x-coordinates. But what if we only have 1 point and the other point is called xy? I can still use this formula. The slope is still equal to the y-coordinate minus the other y-coordinate. It doesn't matter if it's y1 or y2. I'll just replace y1 with y and x1 with x. And that's a proportion. So what can we do with proportions? We can multiply. So I'm going to multiply these guys together and these guys together, and I'm going to be left with y minus y2 equals m times x minus x2. And that's point slope formula. It comes right off of the it comes right off of the formula for slope. So if I gave you a point 2, 3, and the slope is 1/3, we can put it right in here, and I'm going to put, these are the places I'm going to replace with numbers. The other ones are going to be letters. So it's y minus, which is the y-coordinate here, 3, equals the slope's 1/3, and then it's x minus the x-coordinate, which is 2. And that's easy, isn't it? Yes. You multiply m times x minus x2, which is I've got on the right side here. And on the left side, I put y minus y2. It doesn't matter. I can flip the whole thing over. It doesn't make any difference. And that's all we have to do. You could solve for y by adding 3 to both sides. So y equals 1/3 x minus 2 plus 3. In quadratic, not quadratic, in higher algebra next year, you're going to be doing parabolas. And they're going to look like this, but it's going to be squared. Now, if you took algebra last year at the middle school the whole year, you probably haven't seen the quadratic piece of it very much. Okay, parabolas, you did? Okay. Well, that's the same as your parabola form, vertex form. So it's a very useful form. Most of the times you will get a data point, okay, Zach, and it's not going to be the y-intercept. It's going to be something in the middle someplace. Okay, so what we're going to do, it takes time to do this. Well, first we're going to do this, and we'll do a little matching. Okay, we should quickly fill this in. Tess, what's the slope of this one? Do you need a handout? Do you need a handout, or you have it up? What's the slope of this line? This, now, you guys, shh. The slope is the number that's multiplying x. Okay, Zach, what's the slope here? Let's just do all the slopes, because it's easier. Careful, it's not in the right order. 3.
3 halves.
And 3 halves. 3 halves.
Except -1 for
-1, 4, 2. Okay, now let's match these. Now, I didn't match the slopes earlier, I just matched the intercepts. The y-intercept is the constant. The slope is the coefficient. You know what coefficient means?
a number
Multiplying. It's the coefficient of x. It has never got an x in it. It is a number. Because I know in calculus they don't like to make it a number. They like to make it a variable. But it's not. Okay. I'm just going to look at the y-intercept. Which line has a y-intercept of -1? Which color? -1. The blue. It's that one. It's the blue line. Okay. Pink. Which one has a y-intercept of 4? TJ, which one has the y-intercept of 4? That's the red. What one has the y-intercept of +2? Oh, it's my trouble. The pink. And the last one, kind of a green. I have this color here. Uh-oh, I don't think that'll show. Oh, yeah, it does. Kind of like the green. There you go. That one wasn't too bad. Now we'll get to the hard stuff. Are you ready? Okay, we're going to take a big jump here. We're going to write the equation of the line that goes through these points. Now, you guys, I have a tendency to turn x and y around. So, we're going to do both. First, I want you to see why I don't like y equals mx plus b. Pardon?
What if, like, when something says 4 left? 4/3?
That's the slope.
Like this? It's just...
I never said that.
Okay.
And the x means
Okay, you guys. This is my little trick because I tend to switch x's and y's around. There's 4 numbers, lots of places you can put them in wrong. So I rewrite it like this. And let's do y equals mx plus b because I want you to see why you don't want to use it. So y equals mx plus b. These are the numbers you have to find. The slope's not too bad. This is slope-intercept form. Then we'll do it point-slope form, so you see how much easier it is. Okay, so what do we have to find here? Cole, what do we have to find here? Yeah. How do you find the slope? It's y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the slope? Now, some of you like to do this in your head. And I've been doing this for a long, long time. I can't do it in my head and get the signs right. Most of the time. I'll have too many mistakes. Okay, so Cole's going to put in 1 here and negative 3 here. Then 1 is partnered with who? Order matters. Okay, so what's the top number? And this is? Now, you can write that this way as well. Or you can write it this way. They're all the same things. Okay, so now let's put that into our equation. Y equals negative 4/3 x plus b. Now what do we have to find? This is the hard part. Okay. Okay, how do you remember how to find the y-intercept? TJ, do you remember?
How to do what?
How to find the y-intercept? What we do is we take one of these points. I would prefer 4-1 because it's positive. I like positives. And we will substitute it into that equation because this point lies on the line. This point makes that equation true. Well, if I put 4-1 in there, then I can solve for b. So y is which one? 4 or 1? 1. Is it easy to mix it up? Okay, Zach, what do I put in for x? 4. Now, do you guys remember how to multiply fractions? Here's the problem. We have to know fractions. You just multiply them. This is negative 16 over 3. Multiply the top numbers, multiply the bottom numbers. Called the numerator and denominator. Okay, solving for b. I'm going to add that to both sides, so I get 1 plus 16/3. Now I have to know how to add fractions. Well, I know. I added 16/3 to both sides. It was negative. I want this to be 0.
It'd be 19. Oh, I got it.
Yep. Okay, I need to cut my pie. This 3 tells you how many pieces. I need to cut it to 3, so they're all the same size. How many pieces will make the whole pie? 3.
That answer doesn't work.
Oh. And we're not done.
No,
No, 19/3.
yeah, that's what I was.
Okay, but we're not done. You guys, shh. We need to answer the question. We need to have this answered, which is negative 4/3 x plus 19/3. Cool?
Yeah.
So I have to put that back into my equation, and now I'm done. Now that took us a little bit of time. Let's do point slope form. It's so much easier. I use y equals mx plus b form. I want you to see how hard it is to do that form. Some of you will prefer to do it, and I'll be saying don't use that, use this one. Okay, I'm going to circle the places we put numbers. And you know what? My ordered pairs were, if I can move them. Oh, perfect. Okay, Cole, question? Here are my ordered pairs. Okay, TJ, all I got to do is put in the y value from one of those ordered pairs. I prefer to use the positives because it's easier. So it's y minus, what? What's the y value, Cole? Which one do you want to use? Okay. I would have used the other one because it's easier. Hey, well, that's okay. Let's do both. Let's do both. Question. Yes?
Use a positive.
What was the slope? Negative 4/3? Whoops. And what's the other x value you picked, Cole? You picked negative 3, so now what number do I have to put in here?
7.
Am I done? Yes, I'm done. No, you solve for y. Only reason why I would solve for y would be if I wanted to put on my graphing calculator. I want you to realize this is so much easier because you want to do all of this in calculus. Calculus, you can leave your answer just like that. We could make that plus, that's fine. What is the other equation? Shh. It's y minus, and it's x minus. Okay, you guys? What would be the other one using this point? Okay, guys. Shh. 1, and then this would be 4, and this would be negative 4/3. Because the slope we did before. Okay, guys. Shh. If you were to solve for y and simplify everything, you get the y equals mx plus b form. I know they look different, but they're the same. Don't you worry about it. I will worry about it in terms of correcting. Because I use the other point. I can use either order pair. It doesn't matter. Okay. They are the same things. They don't look it, but they are. Okay, Sydney, put that away. So here's one for you guys to try. Now, to make this easier, I think it makes it easier. Okay, I'm going to walk around and see you guys do this. Somebody can put it up on the board if they want. Okay, there you go.